What's up, guys? This is Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm here today at Mini of Wesley Chapel. Phil and Tomas has given us the all-new redesigned 2022 Mini Cooper S hardtop signature. This is in your gray metallic, a refresh on the exterior with new styling updates, a revised interior and tech. The two-door has never looked so good. Powering this Mini is a twin-power turbo, 2.0-liter inline four-cylinder, pushing 189 horsepower, 206 pound-feet of torque, paired with a standard 6-speed manual. You can opt for a 7-speed DCT, which is a dual-clutch automatic transmission. This is good for a 0 to 60 at 6.4 seconds. Standard active driver assist, active safety features. Is this the model that you would like outside in your parking lot or parked inside your garage? Because it's a tiny vehicle and you can get around it very easy, getting 27 to 33 mpgs. We're going to go over all the specs and details, starting now. Mini adds more premium features, a refreshed grille with the black piano, emphasizing the area around the hexagon grille, bigger than before, gives us an insert for the body color to change the classic look to a modern image. The new fascia really looks more sporty and athletic. Air inlets for the brakes highlighted right here in the center. No more fog lamps. Side curtains, which Mini stresses this is helping with aerodynamics, keeping the width stance at 68 inches. Chrome around your LED headlamps, and you also have cornering lights. So even though you don't have fog lights, you can turn the cornering lights on when it's raining or bad weather, so it will act basically the same way. The height of 55.7 inches, non-functional hood scoop. However, it keeps the proportion layout of the traditional Mini, and the fact that when you open up the hood, you still have the two cuts for the LED headlights. It just really gives a good signature. Even though this is owned by BMW, they're keeping the heritage all there. New LED lights on the non-functional side vents, the famous side scuttle with the engine, a classic 7-spoke refined through a milling process, high gloss silver with contrast black, the thicker start to a thinner exterior, giving us a motion appearance as it sits still. I like the retro look. Disc reading at 11.6 inches in the front, the rear at 10.2 inches. A strut front suspension with coil springs, multi-link rear suspension with coil springs. Both the front and the rear will have your anti-roll bars, dynamic stability control, electronic brake force distribution, and the iconic look keeps the heritage with the chrome strip that wraps around the whole Mini, and the two-tone look with the high gloss black polish on the roof and on your mirror caps. I like the fact that they did add some chrome on the door handles and on the fuel cap, and giving a matte black on the lower trims and on the fender areas, because it gives tribute to the rally heritage of this vehicle. With your refreshed rear bumper, cleaning up as much as possible, focusing on the lower part of the bumper, insert of the body color like the front. The center stresses the dual exhaust outlets. And it also hides the rear parking sensor, so I do like that. You're set with your reverse parking camera. No more reflectors, chrome around your Union Jack tail lights, and I like the spoiler lip because the presence of it, it keeps that unique style of a tiny vehicle. You do not have a shark fin going inside to your cargo at 8.7 cubic feet. Storage underneath the floor, a 60-40 split folding rear bench to max your cargo at 34 cubic feet. Let's go inside this twin power turbo and hear that exhaust note. brand new updates to give this Mini an exciting styling, keeping the iconic go-kart feel, but a daily driven vehicle. The best part about the tiny car is that it can fit anywhere you need, delivering performance while doing it. Added safety, lane departure warning, frontal collision warning, and city mitigation with pedestrian detection. I like what we're going here because it does keep the rally heritage and the iconic Mini styling. Let me know in the comments what you think about the 2022 Mini Cooper S hardtop two-door as we go into the interior, go over the tech, and take this for our test run. Entering inside this Mini Cooper S, you're going to have 40.3 inches of headroom, 41.4 inches of legroom, Sensitech leatherette front bucket seats. They're heated, manual seat adjustments. That is something that I dislike. For the price point, I'm going to let it slide. Because Mini is a driver's car, the attention starts at the new steering wheel and focuses on a modern flat black, high gloss, multi-button structure. Paddle shifters with your new dynamic digital instrument cluster. This replaces the old analog cluster. Easy to read, like your vehicle speed, driving modes, turn-by-turn navigation, communication, multimedia. Mini design took details in refinement to the little touch. New decor elements, a larger 8.8-inch touchscreen with navigation, so we have the pinch, and you have the swipe. To keep a flat surface, Mini reduced the amount of switches and buttons to the center display. Around it with the high gloss, black polish, and you have the ambient lighting, so you keep that retro look alive. Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM, HD radio, Bluetooth streaming audio, no Android Auto. Dual climate control settings, rally toggle switches here for your push button start and to turn on and off the auto start stop feature, or your sport and green button so you can give it a little bit more throttle. You also have the toggle switches up here, so they really keep that heritage for the ralliness inside. I like the emergency brake because if you want to do some quick spin arounds, just pull it up like that. Manual. Awesome. Opening up in here, some more storage. You can also fold this back so easy for your cell phone area. You have your Mini iDrive, which is an update as well. Cup holders, you could fit about a 20 ounces, a 16.9 ounce water bottle. Another little storage area with a USB and a 12 volt. For the elbows, putting it down, it's going to be more race derived. So it's going to be a little bit more firm. But for the door panel wise, you are getting the upgraded Harman Kardon sound system. You really can't fit a 16.9 ounce water bottle at all. I've tried to fit it. You could maybe fit like a notebook. It's a revised dashboard. So you got the brush aluminum look, the speakers that protrude. It just really does look more sporty and athletic, and it just feels like a go-kart with your moonroof. Let's see how I look in the back seats. I am super impressed with the rear of this Mini, and it just shows you how much space they really optimize in such a tiny car. 36.9 inches of headroom, 30.8 inches of legroom. My head's not hitting the headliner. My legs are against the back of the front seats in the position that I would be sitting. However, I can sit without any issues, and you can have another occupant without any issues either. 3 cup holders, no charging ports. You do have storage behind both of the front seats, and you do have your Harman Kardon stereo system in the back, and it looks pretty nice and settled. It's a little bit more firm on the armrest. You do have your own moonroof that you can open and close the shade, so it does make it a little bit more pleasurable. The back window is pretty good size, so it doesn't feel any claustrophobic feeling at all. Taking the Mini Cooper S hardtop two-door out for our test run, and I like the sleek look. I feel very cocooned inside. I feel like it's wide inside, but it's small. And I do like those aspects in vehicles because maneuverability, you can get in and out of anything really quick. 0 to 60 is not necessarily the fastest, but you know what? It's still faster than most cars nowadays. For being a 2022, it's pretty much spot on for what it is. And you're gonna get that go-kart feeling, which I do like that because it just, you know, these are things that are more fun, something that makes you want to drive the car on a daily basis, not just to let it sit there and look at it. So I do like that. The brakes on the vehicle, I will say, are not as strong as I would have anticipated. As for comfort in the vehicle, driving over different terrain, you're gonna feel some of the speed bumps. It's not necessarily the stiffest suspension setup. Obviously, the JCW would be more so hard in that perspective, but it's gonna be a little bit more sport derived. You will feel some of the bumps. I don't necessarily like that they don't have a lot of storage. So we've put it in sport mode. I got it with the paddle shifters in this 7-speed DCT dual clutch transmission. And I mean, it doesn't set you back, but you know, you do get that go-kart feeling. And all the stuff on the gauge cluster works really well. As for noise, as you start getting up to the speed limit, it will get a little bit more noisy inside the cabin. You are a little bit lower to the ground. These are upgraded tires. So these are all noticeable things that will also help that. And it's kind of a box shape, even though it is very aerodynamic and sleek. Doing a U-turn, and this is the fun part about this Mini, is you can get really good turn radius, about a lane-ish. Giving it some gas, oh man, ready to rock and roll and perform. And like, you know, we were saying on the exterior, this is like a go-kart feel. So you really do get up to speed pretty quick. Got all the safety features that you need pretty much nowadays. So this is also something that's really good because you're pretty much right in today's time. As for the visibility, I can see through everything without any issues. There's no blind spot monitoring, no dual pane windows. It's a pretty basic vehicle, so it's pretty simple, just your regular maintenance. Now, there is 3 things that I like and 3 things that I dislike about the vehicle, because anything more than that, and I'd be buying the vehicle. So the first thing I like, really cool, and I don't know if anyone ever really says this on reviews, but when you move the climate control, if you're looking at the gauge cluster, those lights indicate the level of your climate control. That is super cool. Visibility, handling. It's 2 aspects, yes. But in this, we're going to count it as 1. The visibility and handling, because you kind of need both to go hand in hand, is spot on. The car just feels like it's just going to grip the road any which way you go. And I do like the upgrades that they've done in the cabin with the materials. They've actually implemented some nicer, softer materials. 3 things that I dislike about the vehicle is you have to pay extra for all types of features. You don't have blind spot monitoring. This is something that should be standard nowadays. The infotainment screen, I like that it's larger. However, it's still not as big as this circle. They really should make it the same size, so that way you kind of feel like you're getting your money's worth. In cup holders, you have a total of 5 in the vehicle. I know it's only a 4-seat car. However, it's not a lot of storage capacity in the vehicle, so it's a vehicle that you may grow out of, and it's sad because it is a fun, dynamic car. Ground clearance is absolutely no problem. We're going to take this back to Mini of Wesley Chapel, go over the reverse camera, and wrap this review up. Switching to reverse, you do have trajectory, you do have the reverse sensors. I wish the screen was a little bit bigger, but it is super clean and easy to operate. I'd like to thank Phil and Tomas here at Mini of Wesley Chapel for giving us this 2022 Mini Cooper S for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being a part of the Hawkeye community. If not, click that subscribe button, check out the details, the merchandise, and everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides.